Over a 4-month period in 2024, utility rates were increased 25%. For a small home like mine, that's an increase of approximately $1,000 a year. In the last year, Dentonites saw their taxes increase too. That's kind of fantastic, actually.
It's green infrastructure.
It is. Great. Sorry about that. For a small home like mine, that's an increase of approximately $1,000 a year. In the last year, Dentonites saw their taxes increase too. What can council do to keep Denton residents from being priced out of living here? And what can be done to stop the continuing rise in electricity rates?
No, it's a very pertinent and excellent question. It's been one of my foes. I can't stop saying that word. That's the math term. Sorry. One of my focuses for the last few years. First, let me give a little background. There was $40 million increase in electrical fees over the last year. About $10 million came from servicing debt on Winter Storm Uri from a few years ago. There was about $30 million that came from Austin, from the legislature, changing the way ERCOT and the PUCT do transmission cost of service, TCOS, and we went from earning money for the city of Denton to paying money for the city of Denton without any behavior change. We didn't do anything differently, and it went from a revenue to a cost. Then, one of the reasons I have sustainability and climate action plans and climate issues as one of my primary focuses, there I did it right that time, is not just because I'm a biology, but because the third point was it cost us $30 million additional dollars because when we did our forecast modeling on electrical needs, climate change had made our night times warmer than our predicted models to the tune of 30 million more. So that's 30 plus 30 plus 10, 40 million more dollars. We didn't do anything in that except have our existing predictive models not account for climate change. And we did actually do an increase. We just didn't increase it enough. We didn't realize it enough. So in the last 15 seconds, what are we going to do about this? One of the things, we only have about 3 rate tiers right now compared to water, which has many rate tiers. I would like to see this rate tiered by consumption. It's something I've been in active discussions with DME about, is tiering the rates so that low consumption is at a low rate, average consumption is high, and high consumption is at the highest rate.
And Nick Stevens.
Yeah, I mean, I am a little confused by that response because I don't understand how someone can say they fought for lower rates, but then they voted to increase everyone's rates by 25%. So I'm confused by that. I'm confused by this plan to have rates based on rate of consumption, because that sounds good on paper, but understand what that means. Solar users will pay less, and people who have access to a lot of money will pay less. But understand that the people who are struggling the most, they don't have insulation. They don't have good windows. They're moving through energy left and right at far higher paces. And so that hurts the people who need the most help. Now, outside of that, I would say we could just ask corporations in this community to pay their fair share instead of expecting it to go on the backs of residents. I think that's an option. I think we could have used excess sales tax revenue instead of for pet projects to in a creative way, help pay off debt. Outside of that, one of the core portions of your question, though, was how can we make Denton more livable? There is the affordable housing aspect, but there's also the economic development aspect, which is about upward mobility. It's about making more people make more money by bringing jobs into this community that help folks breathe.